Not my phone being on mute the whole time. I'm so sorry, y'all. My bad. But what I was saying was, my mom does not want to be bothered today. She doesn't want me and my son here. And she was like, why don't you just go home? I need a break, I need a break, why don't y'all just go home? Now, if I stay at my mom's house, hold on, y'all. So she's like, why don't you go home? I don't want, I need a break. And what I'm trying to explain to my mother is that, with me working my second job from 7 to 12, I would have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, then wake up at 5, and then leave, to come here and then go to work. To when if we stay here, I could just let Noah sleep, and I could just get up and leave. But she doesn't want to be bothered. I don't know what happened. I don't know if someone said something to her about us being here. I don't know, but all I know is it is extremely uncomfortable. I don't want to be here. I genuinely now I don't want to be around her because of the way that she feels, and I would rather just not be around. Hold on. Hold on, you guys, because they playing music over there, and y'all know they will try to flag me quick on here, so I'm going to move my car over there so I can talk to you guys. Hello, my love. So I don't know, why she strategically all of a sudden now don't want to be bothered with me and Noah. I don't understand what happened when I've been doing nothing but celebrating my mom's birthday for 3 days straight. And to be honest with you guys, it's not even a simple fact about me celebrating my mom's birthday 3 days straight in a row. It's just a simple fact of her just not, like, I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't understand what happened that quick to where she's just now, like, up. I don't want to be bothered. So, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know if someone said, hey, your daughter needs to leave, or, I don't know if something of that nature got said, but I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with being here because I don't want to be somewhere where I'm not welcome. You know what I mean? I think it's just, I don't understand. Now I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place between, well, again, I don't want to stay somewhere I'm not welcomed, but I don't want to have to wake up my son at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what happened. I don't know what occurred. I don't know what took place. I don't know what got said. I don't know. So I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's either I lose an hour of work and go home and get up extremely early in the morning, or I stay somewhere where I know I'm not welcome. And I'm not gonna stay somewhere where I know I'm not welcome, so I'm just gonna go home. And I'm just gonna take the L and just lose out of an hour's day of work. So I don't know. So I don't know. Like, my mom doesn't want to be bothered. So I asked my mom, can I stay the night? Because I got to be to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. So if I stay the night at my mom's house, I don't have to wake up, so early in the morning, I can sleep. And if I stay the night here, instead of me getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I could wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But my mother was like, you need to go home, can I get a break? I just, I wanted, I just need a break. And I'm saying to myself, I don't understand. How do you go from that to me celebrating you for 3 days straight in a row, and now you're treating me like this? This is what I don't like. These were the problems that I was having with my mother before because of the way she was treating me, and I was trying to wholeheartedly and genuinely forgive her for it. But when she does things like this, it brings back those emotions, and I don't want these emotions. I don't want to be treated like this, so I'm just gonna go home, and I'm not even gonna ask to stay tonight because I don't appreciate it. I don't think that it's appropriate when I've been nothing but kind, nothing but humble, and nothing but polite. So I think, to me, it's a smack in the face. You're smacking me in the face, and I'm just gonna go home. And I'm gonna lose out on an hour's worth of work and just have to wake up early. That's pretty. I can't, do nothing else. I think it's extremely inappropriate that she's doing that, but I can't stop it. It's her home. I just know that the joke's on me. The joke is on me with just everybody else. So all of a sudden, I'm bothered. Nobody wants to, do anything, and I'm just like, okay, you know what? That's fine. I don't know. I don't know. I could see if I was a daughter that was like a piece of daughter, or, a daughter that just didn't care, but, I don't understand why that treatment when I'm, I don't know. I've been nothing but respectful. I've been nothing but forgiving. I've been nothing but accepting. I've been nothing but humble. I've been nothing but, kind. I've been nothing but honest. And I'm just getting the roots and of everything and from everybody. I don't understand what none of this is supposed to mean, but it's okay. I think that it is best to say, I think it's safe for me to say I would rather keep a distance from my mother. And I'd rather just not come around. I'd rather just not come around. I'd rather just not celebrate anything. I'd rather just keep to myself. And it's not in a form of me shutting down, but it's me just finally choosing peace within myself and not trying to accept people who don't want to accept me. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's no disrespect to my mother, because you guys know I'm very proud to be her daughter, and I'm thankful that she's still alive, but I don't have to take that treatment, and neither does my son. That's not fair, and it's not cool to my son. So I'm going to keep my distance, and I'm going to just kind of just be by myself for a while. Just like with the gentleman that I was like in, I was trying to have a conversation with him. He didn't want to have the conversation. I don't know what the hell somebody said to him or told him. When I tell you guys, like, I'm genuinely so over just everything. I'm over everything. I'm over everybody. I'm just over it. Like, I don't understand. I'm ashy, so excuse that. I just don't understand what is happening. Like, why are these things happening to me when I genuinely don't bother nobody and I didn't lie to nobody? So I'm just confused on why is all this happening? Like, is this supposed to mean that, you know, God has something bigger and better for me? I don't know. But, you know, with that situation, I had to learn to, you know, give it to rest. And what I told the gentleman before I walked away was, I said, you know what? I said, it's obvious you don't want to be bothered. I genuinely wish you well. And he was like, you know, thank you. So I said, you're welcome. And I left it alone. And then the situation with my mother. So it was like, I don't know why these things are happening to me. So I personally don't understand, you know, why is this happening? I'd rather just keep my distance, and I'd rather just stay away. And I'm okay with that. You know, I'm definitely okay with just not coming around. You know, because I personally don't think that I deserve that treatment, because I didn't get that treatment. So, you know, I'm okay with just walking away from my mom and just not accepting the way she treats me and my son. I'm okay with that. You know, I don't have to accept that, neither does my son. And it's crazy because one of my aunts was like, you know, and I am. That's the thing that genuinely bothers me, is that I'm really sincere. I was, you know, it took me a while to forgive my mother for the things that she's done, and for you to just keep treating me like this is something that I don't understand, because I haven't done nothing but just celebrated you, your life, you know, you getting older, and I don't have to accept this treatment, you know, from anybody. Even my own parents, and I'm not going to. So I'm choosing to just stay away. You know, I personally don't mean any harm, but if anything goes wrong, I'm to the point to where I wash my hands with it. You know, please don't call me. You know, you can figure it out for yourself the same way I got to figure it out. And it's sad because with my situation, you know, I'm not on good terms with my child's father, so he doesn't want to be bothered. And my son is lying, so I can't call him and say, hey, can you watch him while I go to work or something like that, because it'll be something smart after that. I'm not dealing with it. Then my mom, you know, I don't know what her problem is all of a sudden. So it's like, you know what? I'm choosing to stay away. And I'm okay with that. And my thing is, when something goes wrong or you need help, respectfully, don't call me, because I'm going to look at my phone and I'm going to walk away. And I'm going to give you the same treatment that you haven't given me. So, and that falls for anybody. So I don't have to accept that, you know, from my own mother. I don't have to accept that. You know, people may look at me and say, well, oh, well, you don't think you're the problem. No, because if I was a problem, I would be able to sit down and have a conversation and say, okay, well, if there's a problem, let me know. You know, let me know, you know, am I doing something? Am I saying something? Am I moving away? You know, let me know if I am a problem. But you're showing me that I'm the problem by not being polite, not being, you know, considerate, not being consistent with the way you treated me. I don't have to deal with the ups and downs, and I'm not going to. Like, when I left a few days ago, you know, someone came down and they were like, you know, excuse me, but it came off extremely rude. So that's when I told you guys, I was like, you know what? I'm leaving. I know when to walk away and exit the premises because someone being rude. I don't have, and that's my thing. I don't have to accept it, right? And then when I respond in the same manner, then it becomes I'm crazy, right? I'm bipolar or I'm immature. No. Okay, when I see your energy and if I walk away from it and if I come back and you're being rude, I'm going to match the same energy. Just like I tell people all the time, right? People keep talking about me and my best friend. I said, let me say something real fast. And me and Money J was having a conversation. And he was like, don't stoop to their level. He was like, because you don't want to come off like them. He was like, you can't teach people how to be people. And I get that. But at the same time, if you would think that, because for some reason, I don't know what's going on with my life, but it's just in shambles. And I would say a physical manner pertaining to me being with the man. I would say mentally, because I don't know what is going on with people who think I want their man or who don't want to be right. I don't know what's going on, but he was saying how I should just stand tossed and stand 10 toes down and not respond the way someone responds to me. I said, I understand that, right? But at the end of the day, if you keep lying on me, I'm going to come back and I'm going to start lying on your relationship. And then you're going to be by yourself. Then you're going to see it doesn't feel good. Now, does it? And he was just saying, that I shouldn't do that. And I told him, I said, in that moment, I genuinely didn't care what I said or to who I said it to. I don't care. I didn't. In that moment, I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I was like, I really don't care whose relationship I ruin because I really don't care. I genuinely was like, okay, listen, I can really with your relationship if I really wanted to. Right? But that's not who I am. But in that moment, I didn't care. In that moment, I genuinely was about to start lying on everybody because I was just so tired of it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't do it as much as I wanted to. But I didn't do it. So I just feel that this treatment is not, it's not right. I've still been leaving people alone. Still been celebrating. Still been being humble. So I'm just going to be to myself. That's it. I understand I'm not on good terms with my children's mother as well. Over it. I'm not kumbaya. I'm not having a conversation. I'm not trying to hold your hand. I don't want to be your best friend. I don't want to be your woman. I'm over it. I refuse for my son to be 10 years old and I'm still sitting up here trying to engage in a conversation with somebody about because at some point in time, you don't have to keep accepting the way somebody treats you when they're not treating you right and you've been nothing but trying to treat them right. At some point in time, you got to say, yo, I wish you well, but I'm going to back off. Right? You do. I mean, and I'm at the point to where I'm backing off. I can't. Do you broke up, boyfriend left, get what? Whoa, what? Do you broke up? I wouldn't say drama, right? I wouldn't say drama. It's not drama because I haven't moved in a way I want to move, right? I've still been being humble, right? And I can't sit here and say to you guys, oh, I'm going to lie on people. I'm not going to lie, as much as I want to, as much as I want to start with people's relationship, right? The growth in me can't respond like that. The woman in me can't move like that because I know whatever God has in store for me, I can't block my blessing by stooping to their level. As much as I want to, as much as I want to, I'm not going to. I have to learn to just, girl, keep your head above water. You'll be fine. Say no. Also, Jason said, why would you want to mess up someone else's relationship? Because I personally can't seem to have one because it don't matter if I'm talking to a dog, somebody, because someone is always saying something about me speaking to a man if I'm engaging in a conversation, right, Jason? Now, if you catching the tail end, baby, you gotta. I was saying that I would start messing with people's relationship because someone messed with mine, right? Well, people are always messing up stuff for me. And that's my whole purpose. At the end of the day, people will say things like, well, okay, well, if you're around the same crowd and you're doing the same things, then don't you think that you need to make a difference? If I'm engaging in a conversation with a gentleman and someone sees it and then they go tell somebody that I like, oh, well, guess what? She was having a conversation with a man. And if you instantly think, well, she's dealing with that man on a intimate level, this man is not going to want to be bothered. So what I'm saying is I'm tired of, people got to understand, I have to be out in the world. So I have to engage in a conversation with men and with women, right? So I have to have conversations with both. But anytime you see me speaking to a man, I don't feel that you have any right to tell someone that I like, oh, she's talking to somebody else because she's having a conversation. Why are you saying something about something that is not true? And that's exactly what happened. Right? So I tried to have the person come over last night, tried to have a conversation with them. They were still pissed. And my whole thing is, I don't know who said what to him. I don't know what they said. I don't know who said it. But at the end of the day, this man is stuck on whatever someone said. He believes it. Right? I have tried for weeks to get this man to have a conversation with me so I can clarify things up, have a conversation, and be on good terms with him. It's not happening. And I'm to the point where I am so sick of it because these things keep happening and I'm tired of it. It's like, I don't understand. If I go to work and you see me engaging in a conversation with a gentleman, you gonna say up that I'm dating him because I'm having a conversation with him? It's like, I can't, yo. I can't. It just makes no sense. So I can't sit up here and engage in a conversation with the gentleman and it just be platonic or it's just innocent. Why does it always have to be, I want someone's man because I'm having a conversation? Out of all due respect, baby, I'm cool. Right? So I said to myself, okay, well, since y'all want to keep messing with my relationships, right? Well, then let me start with y'all's then. Oh, and I can definitely start with people's relationship. And I, honest to God, I wouldn't care. In this moment, how I'm feeling, I wouldn't care, right? Because I'm so tired of, and this is about the third time that done happened. And it's like, I don't understand. What is the problem, right? What is the problem? What? Like, if I turn around and see somebody and say hi, and somebody sees it, they're gonna say, oh, she's talking to him, she's having relations with him, and I wouldn't know this man from a hole in the wall. I'm just so tired of, people are looking at me in this manner of, well, I can't have a conversation with somebody because it's not innocent. It has to mean that I want them. Why? Why is a conversation that I'm having with someone even your business? Right? That's one. I'm confused. What happened? Last time I checked, mind your business. I'm just sick of it. I'm so over stuff like that happening. I have not been able to meet not one man that's been able to be secure within himself and know that he has a really good woman. And then it's a situation with my mom to where she don't want to be bothered. I don't know what happened. Now I got to lose an hour of work because I don't want to wake up so early in the morning. Like, I don't understand what is I don't even know. Like, I don't know. It's like people want me to go outside blind, deaf, and dumb to just people or men. I cannot do that. I have 2 jobs. You understand what I'm saying? It's sickening. And so, like, I don't understand, right? How is it that, like, let's say if I go to work and if I say good morning to a coworker and someone sees me saying good morning, somehow, some way is going to get back to somebody that I like and they're going to be like, oh, you're dealing with them. You're having relations with them. So me working with someone saying good morning has now become an issue. Me saying have a good day has become I'm doing something. This is blowing my mind how all these things are occurring to just me having all these relations with all these men when I don't know about 99.9% of these men. So it's blowing my mind. Yes, it is blowing my mind. I tell people all the time, I don't care if my homegirl is talking to somebody. It is none of my business to go back to that dude and be like, hey, yo, shorty was having a conversation. So what? Who cares? So when you get in a relationship now, you can't speak to the opposite gender? because you're forbidden to, so now I can only speak to women. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like I told you guys, if it's meant for me to be by myself, then God, I'm just gonna be by myself. Cause this is just crazy. Hello, purple. Hello. It is extremely annoying to where I just can't have a simple conversation with someone without someone saying something or without it being something. I've never in my life thought that as I got older, I would have to deal with this. This is crazy. And then it's crazy because, oh, thank you. The men, and again, this is not me being disrespectful in no way, shape, or form, but the men that like me, I don't like them. I don't want nothing to do with them. And I made that very clear. I'm good. I'm not physically attracted to you. I'm not mentally attracted to you. Spiritually, I'm not attracted to you in no way, shape, or form. And out of all due respect, I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. I'm not lowering what I want in a man just so I can have one. No, if it's not meant to be, then baby, it's not meant to be. It's cool. No, thank you, purple. But I'm just sick of it, yo. I'm really sick of it because it's not making no sense. It's really not. Here I am, was trying to fix something with someone that I did like and that I did want to be with. But someone said something. I don't know what the hell they said. And now this man don't want to be bothered. And I'm not even trying to put together the pieces no more. Because I was like, you know what? I genuinely wish you well. I'm out. I got to go. Goodbye. Right? It's just, I'm sick of stuff like that happening. A conversation should not always end up messing up a relationship for me. That is just ridiculous. No one has to be in a position to be picky. It doesn't have nothing to do with everyone is entitled to their personal preference in a person. So if I am not physically attracted to someone, I'm not going to sit here and be with someone that I'm not physically attracted to. It has nothing to do with being picky. It has nothing to do with that. That's like me saying you have to lower your standards and be with the girl that is small, but you don't like small women, you like bigger women, right? So it's not being picky. It's just called about I have personal preferences that I'm not going to sit up here and not keep. It has nothing to do with that. So that wasn't, so your comment was totally not even called for. You're not in a position to be picky. It's not about being picky. Everybody has something called a personal preference. And if I'm sitting up here not happy with the person that I'm with, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to sit up here and be happy because it's not something that I want, right? Now, y'all know how I am. I have no problem with knowing that, everybody's not going to have everything I want in a man. And I get that. I understand that, it comes with it. People come with baggage, people come with things, and I understand that. But it depends on you if you accept it or if you don't. So it has nothing to do with being picky. That has nothing to do with it. If I like a man that's big and that's tall, I'm not going to sit here and date somebody that's short and little because that's not what I want. I don't want that. I do not want it. I would rather just be by myself, right? And be cool, right? Than sit up here and deal with somebody that I know that I don't want, that I genuinely, wholeheartedly, humbly don't want. I'm not going to sit up here and be unhappy because of just to be with somebody. I would rather be by myself, right? No, there is nobody in my picture. There is nobody in my picture. But I have a personal preference. And I am entitled to have a personal preference. And that's another thing. People feel that because I have a personal preference in a man, I'm being picky. No. But you get to sit here and wake up next to somebody that you think is beautiful. So why I got to sit up here and wake up to somebody that I don't think that's not attractive to me? That makes no sense. It makes no sense. So it's not about being picky.
But don't that just sound like some selfish shit though? But that's the reality of it. That's the selfish shit.
You sound like this guy I know. That's so funny. It doesn't matter about what I like. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. It doesn't matter about what I like. I know what I don't like, right? And respectfully speaking, I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Oh, he sound like that guy I know. That was funny. I don't think that it has anything to do with being picky because you have a personal preference in a man. I think that, I don't think that anything is wrong with that because you have a personal preference. So why is it wrong because I have a personal preference in a man? I'm not sitting up here saying, oh my goodness, this man has to be a millionaire. He has to be the CEO of a company. I'm not saying none of that, right? He could be your average 9-to-5 guy. I don't care. As long as you bring your home money and there's not nothing illegal, right? You could have a 9-to-5, baby. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not being picky. I just have a personal preference. That's all that it is. I could sit up here and see if I was saying, oh my goodness, I want somebody that brings home so much money and that's an athlete or what the hell did I say? An athlete or an actress, or he has to be a millionaire or a billionaire. You could have a regular 9-to-5, right? I'm cool with that. So I'm not being picky. I just have a personal, when it comes to physical, I have a personal preference. That's all that I'm saying. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, forgive me because I have a personal preference. No. Because again, if you could wake up to somebody that you're physically attracted to, why can't I have the same thing? Why is it that I got to wake up to somebody that I'm not attracted to because that's what you want me to do? No. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not doing it. No. And I'm not going to apologize for having a physical type, mental type. No. Spiritual type. I'm not doing that. No. I'm not going to apologize because I want someone that I want to be with or someone that I want that's going to make me happy or that I'm attracted to. No, I'm not going to apologize for that. Absolutely not. And I'm not going to. And to me, it has nothing to do with somebody being all that, because I've never got on here and be like, oh my goodness, I'm the most beautiful girl in the world. I think I'm a beautiful girl. I will always say that. I will never sit up here and let somebody tell me anything different. I feel how I feel about myself, and I am beautiful, just like how I think you guys are beautiful. My ladies are beautiful, my fellas are handsome. That's always that. I will always say that. So at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with, oh my goodness, thinking that you're all there being picky. No. I'm not going to apologize for that, and I'm just not going to do it. Hi, hello stranger, how are you? I haven't seen you in a minute. So here's the thing about types. Types have types. Another way to say it is your type has a type. That makes sense. That does make sense. So I get what you're saying. I do. But at the end of the day, I tell you guys, respectfully speaking, I'm not lowering what I want in a man because of either because I don't have one. And I'm not, and again, this is not even about a man. It's not even about that. It has nothing to do with me not being with somebody. It has something to do with respecting the simple fact that I can't have a conversation without someone thinking something. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, yeah. Say something. I'm out, man. I'm to my fire station. Yeah, let me see y'all watch. Let me see y'all film. Watch what I do here, man. These motherfuckers, these motherfuckers. Watch that.
That is hard when you are attractive. Babe, what's hard when you're attractive? No, I don't know what it is, and I don't need to know, but I'll give you an example. This is my whole thing, you guys. I don't want nobody to think that this is over me not having a man. I'm not saying it. There's nothing to do with that. It just has something to do with me even engaging in a conversation with someone, interfering with me having a relationship, because someone thinks that whenever I speak to another human being that it's something. And what the problem that I'm seeing is I'm tired of that happening. So it's not a problem about not being with a man, because I'm cool with that. I'm like, I'm straight. I'm okay with that for right now.
See, but PV came with things wrong.
That's like me saying right here, right now, right? That's like me saying, and y'all know I'm toned, right? I think I'm in pretty good shape, right? Respectfully speaking, I would want to date somebody that is in shape. I'm not saying that they're gonna have the best body. I'm not saying that, right? I'm not saying that, but I would want them to have some type of drive to stay in shape, right? Because I like going to the gym, I like working out. I would want my significant other to do something like that with me, right? Or even if he likes doing something, I would try it. So this is where I say I love to work out. This is not me saying, oh my goodness, my type has to want to do everything I do. No, like I don't mind. Even if I don't like doing something, I will give it a try, because I know that they like it. So I'm never against doing something that somebody else likes. No, that's why I'm saying in a way of I don't have to lower my standards, because even if I don't like something but someone else does and I like them, I will give it a try. At least I can say that they can see, okay, you know what, she tried it. It's just not for her. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I say I'm not picky. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Like, I'm genuinely not picky. I'm not. Like, I'm cool and I'm down with whatever, but I don't want to sit up here and date somebody that's short and fat. Like, respectfully speaking, I want somebody, you know, that is, you know, tall, you know, and that is in shape, because I'm a toned girl. I don't want to date somebody that's not in shape because of, well, I shouldn't have said fat, because I think fat is a harsh word to say, but bigger than me, right? Because I don't want to say fat. I think that's not nice to say about people. Even though I know people say, you know, it's the word and things like that, but I still have to be sensitive to people who are not in shape. Because I always say, people that are bigger, there are a lot of people out there that are bigger that definitely want to get in shape and don't have a problem. And you know what? This is what I'm even saying. I will date somebody that is big, right? If I knew that they had a goal that they wanted to accomplish. Let's say if they were, I'm just gonna give you an example, 500 pounds. I don't know. I'm gonna use something really extreme. And then they say, okay, you know, I want to get smaller. Well, not smaller, because I want to watch what I say, because I don't want to disrespect nobody. But let's say they say, okay, I want to get into better shape, right? Cool, right? And they're attractive. I like them. I would date them. You know why I would date them? Because I see that they have a goal and an accomplishment to get in better shape. And I would have no problem with helping them with that. Because my thing is, they wouldn't do it by themselves. I would be doing it with them. So we will be doing it together. That's why I'm saying I'm not picky, yo. I'm really not picky. I genuinely am not picky. Let's say a man has worked extremely hard for 5 years to get into corporate circles, and he has built a reputation of partner who's done something embarrassing hurts his ability to be respected. I get it, right? And men must be respected to make money. So if your type is a man who makes money, practically all those men will come to the same conclusion: your boss moves. I get that. But at the same time though, right? What I'm saying is, so let me see if I can. Are you saying that? Now I think maybe I'm reading something wrong. So are you saying that if I have a conversation with a man, right, and this man is a real boss, right, and he's in corporate and things like that, so me engaging in a conversation would mess up his reputation because his woman is engaging in a conversation with somebody? I'm trying to have an understanding on what you mean, because I'm hearing you, but I want to make sure that I understand you. I don't understand how a conversation with another man, no, but if he hears something that he feels, hold on, y'all. Somebody was playing music. I was over here jamming to it. Okay, so he said, no, but if he hears something that he feels would. But that's what I'm saying, right? So I work 2 jobs. We gonna get on the same page, goddamn it, today. We gonna get on the same page. So me working 2 jobs, right? Let's say if someone from his office comes inside and I'm engaging in a conversation with a gentleman that I'm helping at one of my jobs. So he has a right to go back to the man that's in corporate, that's been working for 5 years to get there, and say, oh, well, she was having a conversation with someone. I'm at work. What am I supposed to do? Say, oh, excuse me, sir, I can't help you because you're a man. And my man is in corporate, so I can't help you. I'm being so serious. So I feel that nowadays when people get into relationships, right? And y'all know how I am. I have no problem with asking a man, okay, what are your likes? What are your dislikes? I need you to tell me, because I need to make sure, if anything, I always want to make sure that I am on the same page with my man, mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, and emotionally. Tell me what you don't like, and I will tell you, okay, I can't do that because I work 2 jobs, or okay, I can work with that. I will need to be on the same page with this man. I need a flat out tough conversation, and your dislikes, your likes, your accepting, and things you will not accept. I need to make sure that I'm on the same page with you, so that way when I walk out that door, right, there's no questions about anything. Or if someone comes up to you and say something, you can say, you know what, I know I had a conversation with my girl, so I don't even got to worry about what you're saying. I don't want the outside coming in. I'm so tired of the outside coming in messing things up. And let me be very clear here, the last person that I was liking, I don't even know how the hell somebody from the outside even came in. You know what I'm saying? So this is where I need a conversation, right? What about see, here we go. About, oh, now it's the demeanor, okay? It's just always something. No, I'm not with it. I'm not. I'm sorry, but I'm not. Only thing I could think of is, what was it? The demeanor, or what, the conversation that I was, hold on. This is the last time, and this is not towards you, but this is the last time I'm going to speak on this. I had on, I know that black dress that I had on last night, the one that I had on like that, like the one that was over the shoulders. I had that dress on, having a conversation with the gentleman that I knew for 10 and 12 years. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing about no demeanor. I don't want to hear nothing about no stance. I don't want to hear nothing about no laugh. It was a simple, platonic, innocent conversation with the man that I've known for 10 to 12 years. I don't care who's seen what, who, when, where, how, and why. I don't want to hear none of that. Because at the end of the day, I was standing by the glass where this man could see me having a conversation. So I'm not. The demeanor does not matter because I'm supposed to sit here and talk to somebody from 20 feet away. Because oh my goodness, you have too much lotion on, so your hands are too shiny. You're giving them too much eye contact, so that means that you like them. When you speak to people, you do know that you're supposed to have eye contact, right? I'm not supposed to be like this. So what you say? Right. I'm not supposed to be like, oh my goodness. Like, I'm not supposed to act like that towards if you giving me your full undivided attention, I'm going to give you the same thing. I'm going to give you the same thing. I come with positive energy. So if somebody can't accept that, well, then you got to go, okay? I'm not going to sit up here and not get positive energy when I'm having a conversation. That's crazy because someone's going to be able to feel it. Thing. I'm like, nah, I'm not. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool on shorty because I can feel that her energy not there. If I am saying good morning to someone, I'm supposed to like, hey, yo, good morning from 20 feet. No. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm not with it. No. If it's all this in a relationship, you can count me the fuck out. I tap out. I don't want no parts of it. Because this is just ridiculous at this point. This is crazy. This is really crazy. It's the demeanor. It's the way you look at him. It's what you got on. It's just, it becomes too much. Like, no, please. See the words to the demeanor matters, though, to the man you want because his reputation is tied to person. And I get that, but at the end of the day, I always come off as a friendly person. And I even told y'all one time on here before, I said, well, maybe, I said a lot of people get that me being friendly, they get that confused with being flirtatious. And I have no problem with telling somebody in their face, I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what energy you get off of me. If I know I got a good man and he home, baby, I don't want you. So whatever energy you feel, leave that for the birds, bruh. Because I want no parts. It's genuinely as simple as that. Count me out. I tap out. I don't want no parts. Tap me out. I don't want no parts. Because I'm sick of it. I'm good with all that. No, thank you. That's like saying I'm at a restaurant with somebody and the waitress is a woman. And she's being too flirtatious, but she's doing her job, right? And some of them, I like that because they want tips. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure some women that see a man and a woman, I'm pretty sure they'll be like, okay, I'm not going to do too much because they may think that they're a couple. I can respect that. But any little thing that somebody does is going to be up. It's your demeanor. Oh my goodness, you have on too many clothes. You don't have on enough clothes. It's too much. It's becoming off as too much. I'm straight. I can't. For real. I don't want to be a person that people don't want to have a conversation with because I come off as rude or I come off as, not humble or I come off as not being polite. I just think it's rude to sit there and not, look at somebody having a conversation. And mind you, I have sometimes like my laugh. I think my laugh is flirtatious, right? Because I think it's cute. So I'm supposed to sit up here and not laugh. I'm sorry, but I'm like, tap me the fuck out. I don't want no parts. I'm good. Leave me all the way alone because I'm sick of this. I'm tired of it. There's a difference between positive and flirtation. I don't know, but that is all I can think of with limit. I don't care. I'm over it. I'm gonna buy a freaking dog and I'm gonna stay with my dog in the Sahara Desert. Leave me all the way alone because I'm sick of this crap. This is just ridiculous. I might as well just get with somebody and let them tell me what to do, when to do it, how to. I'm not with all of that. I'm not into being controlled in a relationship. I have the right to go out with my friends and, sometimes let my braids down, or sometimes, I don't want to be up under you 24/7. There are just things in a relationship I don't want to do, okay? Like, I don't want to sit up here and talk to somebody every single day. Out of all due respect, I can't talk to you every day because I have 2 jobs. And I keep telling people, right now, I don't have the time or the energy to give to somebody because I have too much going on. I do. Like, I genuinely just have too much things going on. But if I could get with someone who can have an understanding of who I am and how I move, fine. But if I can't, then I'm okay with it. But I cannot deal with, oh my goodness, it's your demeanor. Oh my goodness, you have too much lotion on, so your hands are too shiny. Oh my goodness, your feet are done, so your feet are too pretty. I just can't sit there and be picked with every little thing that is on your mind. Men struggle with their, oh my, I'm so over it. I'm so over men and their, okay, I don't want to hear about none of that no more because at the end of the day, I have to be honest with you, that is not all it takes for a relationship. I'm so tired of hearing about that with a man. I'm so sick of it. There is so much more to a relationship than just that. So I don't want to hear about how men struggle with that. I don't want to hear that. I don't. Like, I'm so over it. I'm sick of it. It's just, throw it away, please, because I'm sick and tired of hearing it. It's ridiculous. If you can't control yourself as a man, well, then something is just simply wrong with you. Simple as that. Now, come on. This is becoming a bit much. Why she cut it off? I was jamming. Witches are a burden and women struggle with their emotional, which is y'all's burden. The weakness with the gender, so the other has to understand. But that's my thing. I can't help you unless you help me, right? But if you are this person that is just a bunny rabbit, I'm not. My love language is conversation. Other men that I've known, their love language is touch. I don't like to be touched. Don't touch me. I'll get frustrated. I may smack the dogs out of you if you touch me. Don't touch me. I don't like being touched, okay? I don't like it, okay? And a lot of men that I know, their love language genuinely is touch. Don't touch me. I'll get flustered. I don't like it. Don't touch me. The discipline is very important as a man. That's my thing. You know, a man should know how to control himself. And at the end of the day, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. If a man likes me and I like him and we got into it and then you wanted to come over just for that, I would have an issue because I don't want to hear about your problems and your issues and you want me to help you solve your problems, but yet you don't want to hear about my issues. It's not a balance. No, it needs to be a balance somewhere. Love languages should only come into play. I don't think so. I think that when you have love languages, I think that needs to come in with friendships as well, not just a relationship. But I don't like being touched. My love language is conversation, and I can have a conversation with anybody. I can move in a room with 1,000 men, and not one of them. And somebody can see me talking to one person, and it'll be up. Oh my goodness, she's doing it, huh? It goes both ways, but different. But didn't. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry. I'm flustered. Understand the help with that, which is why the Bible says women dress modestly, because it knows men's drive for it's love. It's not even that. If a man can't control himself, that's his problem, not a woman problem. I should be able to sit up here and wear a dress, right? Without you thinking that I want you because I'm having a conversation with you. If I'm having a conversation with you and I have a dress on, you as a man have no right to say, "Up, shorty want me because she's talking to me and she's in a dress." I'm trying to holler at that. Nah, brother, you can move on. Ease on down the road because I don't want you. This is what I put on. I like what I have on. I'm not wearing it for you because I'm having a conversation with you. Let's be very clear. The dress that I had on that night, I wasn't wearing it for him. I was wearing it for the other person, okay? Let's be very clear here. I'm over it. Each gender has a responsibility to help the other. Exactly. So if you have a high drive, right, and I don't have a high drive, let's say this. I'm the type of person, if I got with a man and his love language was touch, before me and him have a conversation, he would want to do his love language, right? I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to have the conversation first and then go to your love language, which is touch. Then I would be fine with it, because now the things that are on my mind, just like what you said, was emotional. You know, we had the conversation, we figured it out. Okay, now let's focus on your language. Now let me help you with your language because you helped me with my language. So I agree. You know, each gender is responsible for helping in either department, and I'm fine. I agree with that, but at the same time, though, all I'm saying is, don't let your sense of love language be higher than mine because you feel that, oh my goodness, I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it. Well, I need you to have a conversation with me before we could do this. And that was my whole thing pertaining to last night. I needed this man to have a conversation with me, right? Before anything had happened. He didn't want to have the conversation. I'm not going to give you what you want then, because you're not going to neglect how I feel. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just not doing it. I think adults should not use excuses, but be very upfront. And that's my thing, right? And that's why I tell people I have no problem with engaging in the conversation, telling a man flat off the bat. It's been 9 years, right, since I've been on that level with the man. I'm not looking for it, okay? Because I'm not there. I have to have a conversation. So this is why I say, me having tough conversations with the man, he may think, well, damn, you know, she coming off a little, you know, a little hot already. Yes, because I need to know who you are. I don't want to know your favorite number. I don't want to know your favorite color. I don't want to know where you're from, things of that nature. I want to know, how do you move? How do you feel if I'm in a room having a conversation with a man? How do you feel if I say good morning? These are conversations that I never would have thought that I would have had to have with a man, because at the end of the day, I would think that he's secure within himself. And I'm not even being disrespectful, but men that I haven't run into, Lord knows I don't mean no harm, no disrespect, they've been very insecure, and I had no knowledge of it. So if I have no knowledge that you are an insecure man and you won't give me the conversation that I'm asking you for, I don't know how to move in a room. I don't know how to move them because I don't know nothing about you, because you won't tell me. But yet when it comes to your love language, though, you all in for that. But what about me? What about me? What about what I need from you? You understand what I'm saying? Stop just thinking that you need that from me. And also, since I heard down real good, well, then we good. No, we're not. Because something is still on my mind. You have to help me help you. And help you help me. That's all I'm saying. That's why when a person was like, oh my goodness, you're picky and you're not all that, I never said that I was. And I never said that I'm picky. But baby, out of all the respect, there's a sense of responsibility and respect and common courtesy in the conversation. That's all I'm saying. Like, I can't. I agree. I totally agree. Problem is, this dance between the genders are all messed up with the new. I agree. I definitely do agree, because I always thought that men that were older were way more mature. But I'm starting to see that men that are younger are actually more mature. And, you know, people say age ain't number to number, you know, so it depends on the person. And that I do agree on, you know, upon as well. It does depend on, you know, the person. Because it's not always somebody that's younger that's more mature. And it's not always somebody older that's more mature. So I get it. I just have not been able to meet a man that wants to have a conversation because he's so physically attractive. So it's like, oh my goodness, baby, I don't want you in that manner. I don't. And I always said I have to wait a year. I have to wait. It has to be a year, because I have to know who you are. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you can't give me a year, then you can leave. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh my goodness, but you got that dress on or you got that skirt on. Yes, because I want to put it on. If you cannot control yourself around me, well, baby, that's on you. I don't have nothing to do with that, my love. I'm sorry. You can exit to the left or exit to the right. Exit to the left in the back, exit to the right in the back. Whichever, pick whatever door you want, but you got to go. Because I'm not going to sit up here and keep dealing with stuff like that. It's frustrating. Let me get out, because I gotta go charge my phone. I don't even want to go in here, but I got. He said, I felt like, okay, Beyonce, I feel you. Nah, never that. I'm just sick of it. Like, if you just can't sit there and be a man and just understand that, you know, a lady has to have a conversation with a man, then, well, then I don't know what to tell you. Like I keep telling y'all, that's like me dating. Hold on, y'all. My whole thing is this: no matter where you go, what you do, or who you with, a man is going to come along and try to have a conversation. A woman is going to come along and try to have a conversation. It is just simple as that because you're outside in something called the freaking real world. And once you close your door and you home, you can sit there and act like y'all don't know no damn body. But then as soon as you step out tomorrow, don't sit there and get mad when somebody says good morning or hello. It's just like, come on. Oh, please, I've had that so many times. When you mess, wait, what? When you meet him modestly dressed, understanding his nature. You can't ask a man to break his nature like I can't ask you to lay down without liking me. I agree to a certain degree. Coming to America was very different in dating because women acted very different. They were actually upset because wait, because wait, because I wasn't trying to sleep with him on the first date. And that's nothing. Everybody don't want to sleep with you on the first night, my love. Everybody ain't trying to get down like that, boo. Mm-mm. Thanks, my man. Well, I agree with Double B, right? So don't get me wrong, right? I'm not gonna sit up here and say that I whatever. Nope, I take that back. I'm lying. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Keep it on the book. The gentleman that I was liking, when I first met him, I had on a very extreme short dress. Now, I know I'm somebody's mama, and I know I'm somebody's daughter. Lord knows I shouldn't have that dress on, and I'm gonna keep it all the way above. I damn sure up there, okay? So my thing is now I can understand. Now I have an understanding of okay, men's nature is extremely, like that, right? So that's what I'm saying. And a lot of men, to me, don't want long term. And I feel like the men that do want long term, it takes a while to meet them, right? And I just have this sense of I have to respect a man's nature, first of all, before I even go on a date with him because I do need to dress modestly. You know what I mean? A long dress, no splits, no chest on, no chest showing, nothing of that nature, fully covered, so that this man can focus on my conversation and not on my body. I agree. I totally agree with that. So me understanding a man's nature, I have to have, some common sense to say, okay, I know what a man thinks. So let me not give him that to think. Let my conversation, impress him, not my body. So I agree. I'm when the fellas on here are right, I agree with you guys. So I'm never on here saying, oh my goodness, knock away whatever I want on a date. No, I would definitely cover myself up now because again, I want my conversation to impress him, not what I have on. You understand what I'm saying? And I can even dress with, well, I can't really because y'all know I like low top. Well, I'll be chilling. But I definitely do agree with Double B how I have a lot going on. And I will own that to the fullest. So, and you know what the crazy thing is, right? I don't think that I have the time for a man's needs, right? But let me tell you something. The gentleman that I was liking, right? I would have always made the time for him whenever he needed me to, and it would have never been no problem or no issue, right? A lot of these dudes facts, we must help each other. Nature, you getting it. And I get it. I do. Like, that's why I tell you guys. Like, I would never go on this date. But I don't keep saying, like, I hate when I come here. Like, I always say, like, I have to understand and respect, most importantly, a man is still a man. I have to know, I have to have knowledge of that. And I get it. If you're going to do flings, get a man. But if you want a long term, get a grown man. I don't do flings, right? I want to do marriage. I want to have, another child. I want to have a family. I want to have, the home. I want those things. I don't do flings. That's not what I do. That's why when I was dealing with the dude for 6 years, and he decided to just skedaddle because of what somebody said, I had to leave it alone. And he knew that man knew what I wanted. He knew that I wanted no more kids. He knew that I wanted a family. He knew that I wanted a home. He knew that I wanted those things. And I just by looking at everything now, he didn't want it. Because I actually talked to him yesterday. I did. I actually talked to him yesterday, and I was like, I still don't want to be bothered. So I genuinely wish you well. He was like, thank you, you too. I said, you're welcome. And we left it there. That's that. I wash my hands with that when I'm leaving that alone. And again, this is where I say I don't appreciate whoever said something because I don't know who said something, but whoever said it, thank you for messing up what could have been, And sometimes you just gotta walk away from things, and I wash my hands with it. I deleted his number, and like I said, I wish him well. That's all. Oh, biggie. I didn't read it. Hey Zach, I just caught up on the convos. To be honest, just my opinion. You have too much on your plate with your child, job, and life to take on a man's needs. These men are selfish, and complicated. And then you said, if you're gonna do flings, get a man. But if you're going long term, get a grown man. You come with responsibility. That's what I'm saying. I agree, and that's what I'm saying. I don't do flings, right? I'm not doing it. If I have not been with a man for almost 10 years, I'm not doing nobody's flings. I don't want that. I want something that is going to eventually end in marriage and with a child and with us both saving money for a home. That's what I want. I want something that is going to be long term. So tonight I'm just gonna go home. I'm not even gonna stay here at my mom's house. I'm not even gonna stay. I'm gonna go home because she don't want to be bothered, and I'm not gonna bother her. So I'm just gonna go home. I don't wanna. I don't wanna be a burden. So I'm just gonna go home and not be a burden to nobody. That's what I'm not gonna do. This is my wire. I charge this right here. Oh, darn it! I'm on it. So that's just that. I'm not gonna do nobody's fling. I don't move like that. This is why I tell you I never have and I never will. That type of stuff is not for me. But at the end of the day, I still have to respect a man nature. Never ask a man, do he want to be with you? If he wanted to be with you, he's gonna show you your kid. And I agree. So that's why I was like, you know what? I genuinely wish you well. That's it. I tap out. And my thing is, I genuinely do wish this gentleman well. I do. Um, I never got the conversation. I never got the closure conversation that I would like to have with him to defend myself. But anything that needs defending is not worth it because it would have always been something. Now me looking back at things, it would have been a problem with anything that I did or any way that I did something. So I look at it as it's a blessing in disguise, knowing that I don't have to accept that anymore. Somebody else can deal with it, respectfully speaking, but I can't deal with any time I speak to somebody or I look at somebody as the issue or as a problem. No, thank you, baby. You got that one. I don't want no parts. I disagree with Big Boss here. There are more marriageable men in society than marriageable women due to selfishness. I think it goes both ways. Men and women can be selfish. So I think it just depends on the person. I don't really even think it depends on the gender anymore. It just depends on the person and who you are and your heart. It just depends on you as a person. You know, how are you as a person? It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You both could be two selfish people, but if two selfish people trying to get into a relationship, good luck. Because it ain't going to work. Trying to find where is my. Oh, I always think that stuff is my stuff. Oh, Lord. Exactly. So I'm just not. And I'm just not with it, you know? I'm just not doing it. I don't know what the hell am I unplugging, but I'm unplugging something. Cyber stevia. What time is it? 8:33. I gotta leave soon because I gotta go to work. Ooh, I don't think they're gonna stay. Ah! Told you I don't think they're gonna stay. So I think it just depends on the person. I don't at this point I don't even think it depends on the gender anymore because you could have a woman that wants a man that is an athlete and he is tall, he's in shape, and he makes all this money, right? But then you have a man that wants the big boobs and the big butt and the small waist and the beautiful face. And so to me, it depends on the person because at the end of the day, I think every person comes with flaws. Everybody comes with something. Everybody comes with a story. And it's up to you if you even want to hear the story or just be like, I just want to, and that's it. So, but I'm not about to sit here and ask. And again, most women look for security than love. So okay, valid point. I don't look for security. I look for love. I would rather a man sit up here, right? I don't care if let's say if I was dating a man that worked from 9 to 5, right? He was the type of man that when he seen something wrong, he came to me and took the time out to get to ask me, all right, babe, what's wrong? And he gave me the sense of security to have this conversation. He gave me the sense of security to be able to come to him, right? And he works a regular 9 to 5. I would rather date him than date a man that has millions and millions and millions of dollars and just tell me, "Oh, here's the car, just go shopping." That's not gonna help me. I need you to talk to me. I need you to probably hold me. I probably just need you to sit with me. But in that moment, I need you, right? Or I could just need your presence, right? So, no, silly, he could not be. 9 to 5 is security. He couldn't be a homeless man under a bridge. Don't do that. Because homeless people are cool. I'm not wow. But seriously, I would rather deal with a man I know is going to be there for me than a man to just say, here, take the credit card and you buying all this new stuff, you posting on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and you just as miserable as could be, but you got the most blinged out necklace on, the most head to toe outfit on, baby, but you're not happy. But yeah, oh yeah, look what my man did for me. Yeah, but is your man having a conversation with you? Is your man holding you at night when you're sleeping? Is your man able to have a conversation with you when something is wrong? Is he able to do these things, or does he just tell you, take the car and just go? I need someone that's going to listen to me when I'm in my feelings, and be able to be there for me as I need him to be. And I give the same thing back. I'm just bloody. I don't know what I'm talking to be right. Everything was dying. Side note, electronics. My phone, my watch is really dead. My phone had died. And then my freaking AirPod probably gonna go soon. Ugh, whatever. I don't care. I'm over it. So, he said, that's leaving with your wallet. Money go. She go. But that's what I'm saying. That's not a sense of security. That's just a sense of, oh, well, yeah, I don't got to talk to her because I know she probably over her girl shopping. So now I could go home and watch a football game. Or I could go home and watch a basketball game. And I don't got to be bothered because she with her friends. Yeah, but she's miserable, babe. She's miserable. Okay, wait. It says, did you see? I don't see something about true. I see. Can I see you miss my statement above beginning starting with true? 9 to 5 is here is security. He couldn't be a homeless man under a bridge. Homeless people are the bomb. Exactly, Big Boss. The man's actions, not his words. I disagree with Big Boss here. I don't see something starting with true, Ken. I don't. Mute it. What I just wrote above is what most women say. I don't see something with true. My wife was in the mud with me, and then the quicksand, she held me down when I couldn't hold it down. See, that's my thing. You have a woman that rides for you. I'm trying to see it, Ken. Big Boss, do you see it? Can you copy and paste it? I gotta leave soon. I don't see it. Can you copy and paste it? But see, that's what I'm saying. When you have a woman, right, that holds you down, and that's really gonna ride for you, and that's really gonna be there for you, and then vice versa. It's really rare that you meet somebody that will give you the same energy that you give them, or that's willing to be there for you how you are willing to be there for them. It's really rare that you meet somebody like that, because like y'all said, nowadays it's all about stuff. So everybody want to be selfish. If you're gonna do something, they just want to act like, oh well, they don't know you because you're gonna do something. But then when you get back on top, that's like, oh, what I thought I ain't seen in a long time. Yeah, and you're not. Goodbye. That's when you just start throwing rocks in the water. Like, baby, let them just sink. Don't even, baby, they're not gonna float. You don't, because at the end of the day, you don't have to accept that. And I keep telling people, someone will only do to you what you allow. And this is why I said, for me personally, I was able to tell this man last night. I see you don't want to be bothered. You are still mad at whatever someone said. I genuinely wish you well, and I washed my hands of it. So I was able to be like, okay, you know what? I'm good. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta see when to walk away from something. And then sometimes you gotta say, okay, this was a blessing because of this and that. A B C X Y Z 1 2 3. Never took me out on a date, never took me nowhere, never met nobody in the family, you never bought nothing for me, never said happy birthday on the day of my birthday. I mean, you always got flustered when there was another man around. So I'm looking at these things now and I'm thinking to myself, I see the blessing, right? I see the blessing in all of this. I don't have to deal with this. Someone else can. And someone else may check you, but it will not be me. And I'm going to wish you nothing but the best. And that's it. And my hands is clean, right? So I move on. And so do they. I don't bother them. They don't bother me. I don't disrespect them. They don't disrespect me. That's it. You understand what I'm saying? That's it. That's, listen, let me tell you something. I would rather kiss some toads, okay? And sitting up here having to get only one and then dealing with all this from this one. Like I'm straight. The last time I even dealt with the meal was when I had conceived my son. That's it. Other than that, I'm just not doing it. And if you tell me, or some people say, "Oh my goodness, it's that's too long." Well, then I don't know what to tell you because you're not gonna be nothing over this way. You're not doing that. You're not doing none of that. I think my leggings got a hole in them. For some reason, my body got real toned. Hold on, let me see. This might be the message that you're talking about. Oh wait. What did Double B say? Wait, you rather someone shoulder before it starts than you get in it and wasting your time. You can't get time back. Wait, what? Oh, I agree. I would rather somebody shoot it right here, right now. Show me. And then I tell people, but then again, a lot of the times though, you generally got to think about it. Sometimes people, they hide it very well to where it could be a year down the line and you go to bed fine, then the next minute you're like, okay, wait a minute. Like, who is this person? I know this is not the person that I lay next to. I know this is not the person that I've been dating for a year. So that's why I said you have to genuinely be careful because sometimes people can hide it so good to where you've invested years in it and now you're like, yo, what happened? And then it makes it harder for you to walk away. I will always tell somebody from my personal experience, baby, walk away. I don't care how much time you've invested in it, walk away. If it's not giving you a peace of mind or it's just too much, walk away. And I'm more of a family. You guys know that. I'm such a family person, right? So where it's like, okay, I can. His reputation took the night off. He had me wait. I'm not doing this. Not tonight. Not tonight. Stop. Just sometimes some people really can hide it so good so you're like, okay, wait a minute. Now I know we were just fine. So what happened? And then, or you'll get a man or a woman that just start acting different out of nowhere, and you're like, okay, well, what's going on, right? Because what's happening? So I always tell y'all, one man's trash is another man's treasure. So you reposted it. Where? Did it start with true? I don't see it. See the hole in my leggings? Ooh, ain't nothing more important. That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel that at the end of the day,